Hey guys, welcome to SubHub Grading, SubHub Sports Cards. Today we're going to be talking about Break Grading, BRG. Break Grading is a company in Korea that has reached out to me, and we've had many discussions in the past. In fact, I did a reveal video about a month or two ago on some items that they sent me. If you'd like to check out that video, I'll post it at the end here so that you can take a look at that video if you like. I also am going to be opening up some more cards that they just sent me, and I'm proud to announce that we're going to be partnering where if you would like your cards graded through BRG, you'll have to sub through SubHub if you're in the United States. So all United States customers, if you want to get your cards graded, you need to sub through SubHub, and we will send those off to get graded for you and returned to you through SubHub Grading on Facebook.com. The cost is $25. That includes your shipping overseas and back, and it also includes full coverage insurance. So that being said, it's a great price point. It's lower than a lot of the price points out there. As you know, you have BGS, which is charging. I think their cheapest rate right now was $150. Then you have PSA. Their cheapest rate right now is $100. They just came out with that. And you have FCG, which has a ladder of different prices. You can get it all the way from $20 if you submit over 100 cards to $30 if you submit one card. And then you have CSG, which has options, I believe, as low as, I believe it's $14. I could be wrong, but I believe $14 is the cheapest rate that they have, and that takes quite a few months to get back, and they go all the way up to $150. And then you have SGC, which is a pretty reasonable option. It's $30 a card, and if you sub through SubHub, it's $28 a card. And then you have BCCG, which I'm not sure how much they charge. I personally would never use this option, but again, it's going to be more than the average bear there. I think this one might be the cheapest, but it's also definitely the cheapest case, and the grades are not very strong, meaning if you crack that out and send it into PSA or BGS, you're probably looking at 2 scores lower, so it's most likely going to be an 8. I mean, you could tell by the centering on this card that there's no way that's a 10. It's very heavy on the bottom, very thin at the top, but this got a 10. So that's one company I don't use. It is an option, and it might be cheaper than any of these out here. I haven't even looked into it, to be honest with you. So that being said, those are the different options that you have out there. And now we have BRG, which is break grading. And again, still very new. This is only the second time they've sent me cards. So we will see how. Last time, if you did watch that other video, you'll remember that there was some like scratches on the cases. And when I reached out to them about that, they said that was due to the soft sleeves they were using to encase the graded slab. And this time, there is none of that. You can see this case is very, very clear. Very nice. This label, I don't have my black light on me, but do I? No, I do not have it right next to me, so I'll have to do that another time. But on the bottom here, there's little BRGs that run across the whole bottom and on the back at the top. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there. See those BRGs? Those are imprinted on the label, and they light up with a black light. There's also embossed, if you could see that, it's raised. That BRG is raised. So that way there's no counterfeiting these labels. And I will say I really, really do like the simplicity of this label. It is just clean. There's not much to it. It's not oversaturated with different, subgrades or whatever. It's very clean front. Kind of reminds me of the PSA label. We also have a hologram back here on the BRG. And this was an 8. And you'll see how tough they are for grading. This is one of the reasons I do really like this company. This is an 8. And you'll see the centering is off from right to left. It's more heavy on the right. But that's about it with this card. I mean, we'll check the back for whiting. So you got a little corner issue there, and a little corner issue here. But this is an 8. It's not perfect, obviously, but they're very strict on their grading. So we'll take a look at a 10. There's a 10 right here. And that is beautiful. Man. So you'll see, again, no imperfections on this card. Very clear slab, which I really do like a lot. And we'll check the back for any whiting, because with these Pokemon, it's very common to have a little bit of white on these back edges or corners. And as you can see, these corners and edges are super smooth. No whiting whatsoever. So that is really neat. Also, another feature that really drew my attention to BRG is this QR code on the back. So I'll kind of just show you here. If you go to the QR code, it pops up on your phone like that. You just touch this. It'll take you right to their website. It'll actually bring up the exact card that you scanned and show you the information about it. Brand, Pokemon 2021, card number 18, grade 10, verification. And this website, when we first started talking, was all in Korean. I could not read one thing on this website, and they've been improving it over time. They're adding more and more English versions so that we can actually see what it's saying here, and they've made great strides. So I'm very happy to see that they are actually working on this, trying to get more US customers. So this feature is nice. You can just click on it, and then you can zoom in. I mean, you can zoom in super far to check out any imperfections that the card might have. Great feature that they have on this. And take in mind, I'm videoing this screen, so it's not going to be as clear as if you were on your computer. But very cool. Great features here. You got the back as well, so you can zoom in, see the edges. But very nice feature, something I really like. And again, it's just as easy as scanning the back of the card, and it takes you right there. So once again, you see the QR code there on the top. It will scan it. Once it does, you just click on that. It takes you right to it. So very cool there. That one was an 8 as well, grade 8. And yeah, so get on with this here. Sorry about that. Just kind of want to show you a few features that it does have. Here's a nice VMAX. I mean, the cards just really pop in these cases. Very nice. Edges, no whiting. And we got a Tammy Abraham. Contenders. I mean, you'll see this card got a 9. And, you know, it looks really good. The centering is off just a touch. Heavier on the right than the left, but not by much. So very impressed with their quality, very impressed with their cases. I like the label. It's not too fancy. It's not, you know, anything that's don't get me started on HGA, but just there's no overkill on it, which I really like. And we got a Jason Dominguez, 40-man futures. Very nice. And last, ooh, nice Mike Trout. Mike Trout 10. Very nice here. So that is it for the BRG, but what I would like to do is something that they said I should try last time and I didn't do it, so this is the first time I'm ever doing this. Hopefully it's not a mistake, but I am going to try to submerge this card in water and see if there's any. Which card should I use? I'm gonna use this one because I don't know who it is. No. Let's use a good one. Let's use, which one should I use? Let's go with the 10. Because I have a feeling this is gonna work. So we'll see here. I'm gonna go ahead and submerge this into a pitcher of water and leave it in there for a few minutes. We'll drop some other ones in there too, just to see how they do. Alright, it is fully submerged. Hopefully we don't see any bubbles. And we're going to do the same thing with all these. We'll just put them all in here. This is the BCCG floats. That's interesting. Okay, so we got a floater. Then we've got a Joe Perez. Hopefully these all are waterproof. But that's the point of this video, is to see if they are or aren't. Then we got a CSG Haskins. We have an FCG D'Angelo Russell silver. We've got a PSA Eric Paschal. Interesting that some of these float. And then we have a Topps Brian Gracie BGS. So just to kind of show here, here's a side angle. You'll see that 1, 2, 3, 4 of the slabs float, which is interesting. So I'm just gonna kind of hold them down so we get fair. I do see some bubbles, so be interesting to see here. Let's give them a little spinny. All right, now let's go ahead and take them out. So first up, we had the BCCG. I need to get a towel. Give me 1 second. Alright, so the BCCG doesn't look like there's any leakage. So that's impressive for BCCG. Let's go ahead and take this one out. Dry it off here. Let's see if there's any leakage. So no leakage here either. This one sunk down to the bottom, which was kind of cool. Got no leakage on this card. Very nice. After that, we have PSA. Now I realize if some of my cards are damaged, it is what it is. I didn't use gem mints except for the Adley. It doesn't look like any water got into this PSA case. It was floating. Doesn't look like there's any damage to the card or the label, so that's good. After that, we have FCG. Dry this one off. So this one, unfortunately, it looks like there is some water inside. There is. Definitely some water inside. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's like a line. It goes all the way down here like a water bubble. You can see the water actually moving inside there. So, I'm just going to crack this one out. Just so I can get the water out of there. Oops. Yeah, it's soaked with water. So that might be where the bubbles were coming from. Yeah, this card is completely toast. You can see the sides lifting up. I don't know if you can see that or not. The sides are all lifted up from the water damage. and the card just, it feels soaking wet. I mean, I did just drop it in water, right? So that was kind of expected on some. I was hoping that the FCG would not do that. So again, I do like the FCG case. I like the way it looks, but it is definitely not waterproof. So something to keep in mind. After that, we have our CSG. CSG case looks like it is dry. Looks like it's completely sealed. Make sure that this water is on the outside. Yes, this one is completely dry. So CSG, you keep seeing this because my hands are wet, but the CSG one is completely dry. It's just the outside. All right. After that, we have our Brian Greasy BGS. This is an older BGS as well. But it doesn't look like, oh, maybe. There might be water inside there. Yeah, it looks like there is. Let's go ahead and crack this one out. Now, just to be fair, I'm not sure that their new cases are not waterproof. This is an older case. This is an older case, and it is a little bit wet in there. Not as much as the other one. But once it's dried off, it was just a little bit on the front there. This one does not feel soaked like the other one did. And you can see the edges are not peeling up like the other one did. So this one had minor leakage there. Put that one over here. And then last but not least, our Joe Perez SGC, which definitely has some water damage. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this one out as well. Bear with me here. Gotta save my Joe Perez. I had trouble finding a SGC card that I didn't mind getting damaged. Alright, here's our Joe Perez. As you can see, it's soaking wet. Front is wet, back is wet. Hopefully this auto doesn't just wipe off. Not that it matters, this card's probably trash. Yeah, it is. When you could feel the edges of the card as soft, like it's like pliable. That's our Joe Perez there. Auto stayed intact, so that's good. But you can see this warping right here. It goes all the way around the card. That's from the water damage. It's soaking in through the sides of the cardboard. And you can see the edges start to peel away like that. So yeah. So three of the cases were not waterproof. That was SGC, that was FCG, and the old case of BGS. Something tells me the new cases are waterproof, so I'd like to try maybe in a future video one of the newer cards and newer cases, I should say. And the ones that did stand the test were CSG, PSA, BRG, and surprisingly, BCCG. So that was our video for today. Again, if you'd like to sub through BRG and try them out, please come to the Facebook group, SubHub Grading. Answer a few quick questions. We'll get you into the group submission, and I'll have pricing up later tonight. Get ready to send your cards overseas and have them come back in a timely fashion. From what I hear, it's about a 10 to 20 business day turnaround, and shipping and insurance is included in your $25 price. So exclusive pricing through SubHub and exclusive grading from Korea. Check them out, BRG. You can go to their website or come see what we got on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.